Rapper and style icon Playboi Carti, who is based in Atlanta, has amassed a sizable fan base because to both his music and unique sense of style. We will examine the design aspects, cultural relevance, and the artist's influence on the fashion business as we examine the appeal. Playboi Carti unquestionably moves to the beat of his own 808. Hip-hop musician Carti is a well-known nonconformist who continuously questions the expectations placed on typical rap artists in terms of both visual and musical presentation. When Playboi Carti initially entered the music scene in 2015, he was dressed in the typical SoundCloud rapper startup outfit, which consisted of dreadlocks, skinny jeans, Jordans, and Supreme tees. Over time, the self-described thrift store kid has honed a distinct aesthetic. Prior to being called the leader of youth style by GQ in 2017, he quickly started dressing in pricey items like Balmain and Raf Simons. That year, he even participated as a model in Kanye West's Yeezy Season 5 fashion presentation. Carti's appearances only become more diversified as he entered his rock star phase after that. In order to maintain his vampire persona, the Whole Lotta Red rapper has shifted his themes to darker ones. He frequently adds masks, horns, tight, black leather, cosmetics, and pentagrams to his eccentric clothing. Recently, Carti has begun to perform with facial paint like to the Joker. This appearance is evocative of Kansas City hip-hop legend Tech 9. TikTok is the home of a diverse array of fandoms and the cradle of all micro-trends. Fans usually take up different clothing trends and dedicate content to a range of performers. Until recently, it was uncommon to have groups dedicated to specific record labels. In 2019, alternative trap musician Playboi Carti founded his own record label, Opium. The rapper already had a substantial fan base, and it has only grown in the last few years, with the publication of his much-anticipated album Whole Lotta Red. Now, Carti's fashion sense is an essential component of his celebrity character, attracting a following of its own. His look combines elements of glam rock and punk with gothic vampire culture. Blood red, leather, metal, and mesh have become mainstays of his appearances over the years. But it wasn't until last year that the term opium fashion started making a lot of waves online. At the moment, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and Homicide Gang are the three primary bands under Opium. They have a similar visual aesthetic. The monochromatic style of Opium is the outcome of multiple macro movements, such as archival dressing, alt fashion, and hype beast culture. Opium's designer-focused visual narrative is derived from these trends. You'll notice that several styles, such as those by Rick Owens, Alex, Chrome Hearts, and Raf Simons, are featured. The issue is that many of Opium's followers, who are mostly in the 16-24 age bracket or younger, cannot afford such an extravagant appearance. Instead, you may see that a lot of users are copying specific looks, such as a ton of heavy, studded belts, large, fluffy leg warmers, tight leather leggings, etc. Opium dressing is also heavily reliant on gender fluidity. The fixation with clothes among the fan base is attributed to Rick Owens and Carti's generally non-binary designs, as well as Carti's idea of living without labels. Opium fashion is interesting since, against public perception, most of Playboi Carti's fan base consists of males who identify more as masculine archetypes. This implies that opium fashion serves people who want to maintain their masculinity while exploring the intersections of fashion and gender. Such fads have happened before, as the e-boy/e-girl, whose quick decline in popularity may have been brought on by the shallowness of the subculture. The opium aesthetic should ideally evolve alongside the label's artists and remain accessible to young people who wish to explore a wider range of styles and gender identities. The designers established the bar, leaving little opportunity for the style to evolve. The opium aesthetic should ideally evolve alongside the label's artists and remain accessible to young people who wish to explore a wider range of styles and gender identities. Playboi Carti's passion for streetwear and donning rare pieces of Supreme contributed significantly to the success of his career and the development of his artistic persona. For this reason, trends like All the Black are consuming young people, and his influence in fashion will only increase as long as he continues to release music. Not only does Carti have a cult following for his music, but many of his followers also like him for his creative wardrobe choices. Carti is aware of his own dimensions, preferred color schemes, current fashions, and self-styling techniques. In the end, Carti's style is more about how he puts together his looks than it is about possessing the most coveted, expensive items in the industry. Carti expresses this perfectly in his 2012 hit song Dollar Tees, since his appearance is more about his own unique steez than style. Fans honor the artist Playboi Carti while also embracing a nonconformist, individualistic mode of self-expression by donning his or her shirt. However, the impact of Carti on fashion is ultimately generational, and I anticipate hearing about it years from now.